Hello and welcome to Rolling with Two. I'm Will, and with me as always is the green growing guru herself,
Sarah.
And today we're doing a two-player perspective and accessibility for Verdant. Sarah, tell us a bit about this game.
All right. Verdant is a puzzly spatial card game. Each turn, players draft a card and a token, placing the card in a valid spot of their tableau of 5 columns and 3 rows. Cards are either plants or rooms, and each card can only be adjacent to the other card type. Tokens are either decorations for rooms or tools to grow your plants. The person who best manages all the ways to score points wins the game. All right, Will, so how does the game change for 2 players?
So there is no bot. So there is no nanas that are growing in your house.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah, what changes is for every player count, the number of bonus pots. Bonus pots will have +1, +2, or +3 points. And it's a first come, first serve type of thing. Like if you're the first to finish a plant, you get a +3 pot until those run out. Then it goes to +2, then in +1, then you're just the basic pots.
Right.
So the number of the plus bonus points pots changes for every player count.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it. All right, so the main issue we found in the game for 2-player experience is unfortunately the typical one that exists in most games for 2-player count. And that is the deck can get stagnant. Now there is a mechanism where you can pay 2 thumbs to flush the row. We feel that's kind of expensive, but the other problem is you can only get rid of cards that don't have tokens on them.
Yeah, how it works is cards are either, like Sarah said, plants or rooms. So you have a row, 4 plants, 4 rooms. In between the two is a token. You'll get a token and one of the cards.
Right.
Now the card you don't get gets a thumb.
Right.
And that's how it starts getting built up along the choices.
Right. And so the problem in a 2-player game is cards can really stack up with thumbs. And so when you get to the point of needing to flush the row, 3 of the 4 cards could have thumbs on them. And so then it's like, am I really going to spend 2 thumbs to draw 1 card for a new opportunity? Or do I just try to make something work here? And it's not a great feeling. I mean, sure, it can still work, but it's just a frustrating part, especially when in the games we've had so far, a whole card type has never shown up.
Yeah, and what she means by card type is whether it's rooms or plants, there's one of 5 types. There's the flowering plants, the vining plants, the foliage plants, the unusual plants, and is the did I say cactus?
No.
The succulents?
The succulents. You didn't say succulents.
Yes. Succulents, cactus plants.
Yes.
Those are the 5 types. And they're corresponding to 5 colors on the furnishings / pets, on the rooms, and on the plants themselves.
Right. So the problem can be is one of the ways to score some points is to have one of each type, either in plants or rooms or both. And we just had games where we'd never see a cactus plant. Like it just never show up because we couldn't get through enough of the cards to get to any. So that's the frustrating part with the 2-player experience. And even though it gives you a mechanism, some other games don't even give you a way to flush the row. But we found we mostly used our 2 thumbs to switch up the tokens because the tokens can never get stuck.
Yeah, they will never get thumb tokens because you're always taking one.
Yeah, you're always taking a token. So it's only the cards that get stuck. So maybe if flushing the row only cost 1 thumb, I might actually spend a thumb to flush 1 card.
Yeah. But the variety of variety of symbols on plants or rooms, I think it's only 3 points, which is actually a very small amount of points.
It is a small amount of points. It's more of the feeling of it. It can get frustrating. Or when you've got a room and you're trying to score the adjacency points just because you got the right decoration on this room. So you want all of that type of plants around that room and just none of them are coming up. So there's more than just getting one of each. It's trying to get maximum points for rooms and things like that.
Right.
But on the flip side, what it does really well at the 2-player count is it's very tactical.
Yes. The rows aren't going to empty out. And like some games, you'll play, say, the 4-player game and don't even bother looking.
Yeah.
Because it's only going to matter on your turn.
Yeah, the cards won't, what you had at the end of your turn won't even be there at the beginning of your next turn.
Yeah, this one has a lot of options and a lot of stuff is going to stick around. And if anything, it's going to get better because it might even have thumbs on it.
That is very true. So it's more likely that what you want will still be there on your next turn, assuming what you want is already out there.
True.
All right, I think that's it for most part. It's pretty neutral on the player count experience, but those are just a few of the things for 2-player. Accessibility. So those with very severe vision issues are gonna have trouble with the decoration tiles because they didn't use the icon for the 5 different plants. They used the pattern. And while I appreciate that they had something, the pattern is kind of hard to see behind
the picture.
Yeah. Those who just have colorblind issues, but they have perfect vision otherwise, will probably be fine and be able to see the pattern. So I'm talking about people with the more like Will's severe vision. You just can't identify that pattern.
I'm just actually surprised that they didn't have the picture of the thing, like the table or the bookcase or the chair on one side. The other side has the picture of the floral vine.
The icon.
The icon.
Yeah, I probably would have done it that way too, because then you could just, okay, here's the dog. Which one is it? Flip it over. Okay, there's a cactus symbol, so I know it's for the succulent room.
Yeah.
Choice to make that would have been different.
Yeah.
But like I said, it works for colorblind. It's just someone who has more severe vision issues.
Yeah.
The other thing is the yellow, which was the flowering. The icon, all the icons are white on the colored background, and white on yellow can be hard to see. So that one also might trip people up who might not be in good light or might not have good vision. You might not actually be able to see the white on yellow.
So in other words, if it's the icon you can't see, you know it's the yellow one.
I guess that's a good way. Because all the other ones, even I was looking at the light blue teal-ish color, which I forget, I think it's vines. That one looks pretty good. So what it does right is there is a distinct icon for every single plant type. So that is really good. You're not guessing as to what they are. I just can't remember the names of any of them.
Or you have trouble saying one of them.
Oh, don't even. Yeah. I'm not saying that one. Yeah. The lighting icons are also distinct and good contrast with the background. I mean, so a lot of these things are really good. The pot and verdancy tokens are all uniquely shaped. That's not something they could have just done the same pot, put a +3, +2, +1, and nothing. But they didn't, and I'm really glad because then Will can handle them without my help at all. He knows, okay, which one's a 3, which one's a 2, and everything. So it's great.
Yeah, even when setting up for starting the game, because we'll still use like different little containers, but I'll stack them to show.
Yeah, and that's the great thing. He can help with setup on that aspect. Most of the time, I'm setting up the game because it's just too visually intensive to set up.
Yes, and the thumbs.
And the thumbs. I thought this was really great. There are like 5 different skin tones on the thumbs, and I just think that's great representation to show that a lot of different people garden. It's not all one group of people or another. I mean, we talked about this, they could have gone abstract and just done green thumbs, and nobody would have thought twice about it. But I really appreciate them doing the representation on that.
Yes.
And also, if there is anything confusing, they made enough player aid cards that each person actually gets 2. So you can leave them on the table next to you with one side up and the other side up as well. So you don't have to flip the card over anytime you need to find the other information. And most games don't do that.
Yeah.
Most don't. And in the very end, if someone is having trouble with something, this is all open information. The whole game, there's no secret goals. There's nothing hidden. So if you are having issues with those decoration tokens, hopefully someone around the table will be able to help you or will be willing to help you.
Yes.
All right, conclusion.
So, in conclusion, 2 players would you recommend?
Yes, I think it's still a good experience. Like I said, you have those minor frustrations about the row, but on the other hand, it's very tactical. What you want might still be there.
Yeah, I think tactical is
Yes.
a really good fit for this game, and so therefore, since that's even more so highlighted in a two-player game, I definitely recommend Verdant as a two-player game.
Agreed.
Accessibility.
Yes, I mean, with the two minor issues, the fact that it's all open information means, assuming you're playing with nice people, someone's going to help you if you're really having trouble, because it's a really wonderful game, and so I think it's going to be very accessible.
Yeah, open information means it's a game that I'll even ask to play.
Yeah.
Because I know I don't have to get up, grab some sort of special technology. I can just sit right there. If I have issues, just ask, what's this? Okay, let's keep playing.
Yep, agreed.
That type of thing. All right, and Sarah, why do you have a grudge against foliage?
I cannot say that word, and I am not going to try. No, you are no.
You just don't like leaves, do you?
Oh, well, just in general, I'm not a fan of plants. In fact, this is the only way I can get anything to grow is through this game, because I do not have green thumbs at all. No. So I just can't say
yeah, that word. That word.
It's a great word. You should try it.
All right. And why would you ever roll with just one when you can be rolling
With two?
And remember, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach out to us on the various social media platforms at
Rolling with Two. That's TWO. We are on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And on YouTube, please like and subscribe.
And if you have time, check out the other content Nanaman has found for you, because remember, he's rolling with you.